All right, should we get started, start talking about lead care, Cook County?
Let's do it.
All right, well, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bethany Olson. I am a program manager of water programs at Elevate. I work with Caroline on lead care, Cook County, as well as Curtis at Cook County. So I'll let you both introduce yourselves.
Go ahead, Caroline.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caroline Packenham. I'm the Associate Director of Water Programs at Elevate, which is the nonprofit that's working with Cook County government on lead care Cook County. And we're really excited to have you all here. And I'll pass it over to Curtis.
Good morning, or sorry, good afternoon, everyone. It's 12:01. So thank you all for joining us this afternoon for this webinar on lead care Cook County. My name is Curtis Whittick. I'm a project director at Cook County's Bureau of Economic Development and the program lead for lead care Cook County. And I look forward to this discussion and look forward to a rich Q&A towards the end as well.
Great, thank you. So we're going to go ahead and start going through the slides that we put together for today. I put together a quick agenda. So we'll do a program overview. We'll talk about program eligibility. We'll also talk about opportunities to partner on lead care Cook County and how you can help. We will talk about lead service line inventories. We have a short survey for you. We'll touch on another Cook County opportunity you might have interest in, and then we'll have time for questions at the end. So let's dive on in. First, just a short program overview. Lead care Cook County, you may have read the invitation that we sent out, or you may already have heard about the program, but this program is designed to replace lead service lines and galvanized service lines across suburban Cook County, and our focus is on child care providers due to the young age of children in their care. You maybe already know this as well, but that Cook County has one of the highest concentrations of lead service lines in the country, so this program is just so important to be able to replace those lead lines and get clean drinking water for kids and the people who care for them. Our goal is to replace at least 550 lead or galvanized service lines by the end of 2026. And we also just want to highlight that part of this program is to advance equity. We know that lead service lines are most prevalent in historically excluded communities. And our goal with this program is to help under-resourced communities address and replace lead service lines in those high-risk facilities. So that's a big overview of the program and how it works. I also want to touch on some of the services that are offered through this program. So of course, we're doing a full lead service line replacement for licensed child care providers. We also, as part of the program, will take care of plumber procurement, construction oversight and management. We do marketing and outreach to let people know about the program and let them know that they are eligible to participate. And we also include customer education when we're doing that outreach. Another part of the program that we think is just so important to remove barriers for participation is post-replacement restoration. So any areas of the home or property that are impacted, there might be parts of the lawn that were disrupted to be able to do the replacement. There might be parts in the interior of the property, such as flooring or possibly parts of the wall. So there might be things like that that are disrupted or impacted through the construction and replacement process. So we'll do restoration to bring those areas back to grade. We also include water filters for the duration of the program participation to make sure that providers and the kids they're caring for have clean water to drink. Immediately following the replacement, we'll do interior flushing to make sure that we're moving clean water through the pipes and to make sure that any lead debris that happened that was dislodged during the replacement is moved out of the water system in the home. And then we also include post-replacement lead and water testing in the program.
And Bethany, just a quick, quick flag for you. The slides aren't showing. I just wanted to.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That. No worries.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was showing these beautiful slides and no one can see them. So let me just start over here. Okay, what is showing currently?
So we see a just a kind of a go-to webinar page that has general information.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is let's see. Okay. I apologize, everyone. I was going through my little spiel and you couldn't even see anything.
And Bethany, you just had it, but it's back to the webinar main screen page. There you go.
So this is it showing just in PowerPoint view though?
It's showing PowerPoint view.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. Sorry, everyone. So I'm going to go back through those slides just briefly so you can actually see the visual that went along with the explanation I was giving. So let's see. So here's the program overview slide again. And so there's that slide for a moment. And then I guess the only thing that I wanted to highlight additionally just on this slide with the services offered is just to show off our fantastic team working on site doing replacements. So yeah, and so everyone can see the slides now. I just want to make sure before I move on.
We can see the slides. The audio is cutting out just a little bit, Bethany.
Okay. Is this any better?
Try it again.
Okay. I'm trying to adjust it on my end to the best that I can. Is it still kind of cutting in and out?
It is cutting a little bit in and out. If you'd like, I'm happy to cover the slides for you, Bethany, while you figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't mind, your audio sounds good, so.
Sure, sure. So that's not a problem. Do you mind going back one quick slide, Bethany?
Oh, of course.
Okay, great. So as Bethany mentioned, we are offering Lead Care Cook County. This is completely free to all licensed childcare facilities in suburban Cook County. So we are covering all of the marketing, all of the costs to actually replace the lead service lines or the galvanized service lines to actually go out and see if there's a lead or galvanized service line connected to the child care facility, and then all of the restoration work, whether we're needing to, retile in the basement, reseed grass, all the restoration costs are covered for the child care facility. And then as part of the program, as Bethany mentioned, we are ensuring that they're getting follow-up lead and water testing to not only make sure that their water is safe to drink, but also making sure that they're complying with their DCFS license requirements. And as Bethany has shown on this slide, we're hoping to replace at least 550 lead or galvanized service lines that are connected to childcare facilities by the end of 2026. So that's our goal with the program. And we do think, based on the information we have, this will allow us to replace most lead or galvanized service lines at licensed childcare facilities in suburban Cook County through this program. So that is kind of a nutshell, an overview of what the program is offering. And not only is this helping childcare facilities, really support the health and safety of their drinking water, but it's also helping municipalities like you all comply with the statewide Lead Service Line Replacement and Notification Act, which does actually require prioritization of high-risk facilities like child cares in replacement plans. So this is just a really great help to child cares and communities in Cook County. We can go to the next slide. I don't think it's quite advancing. Can you try one more time, Bethany, to advance the slide?
Yeah, what slide is showing?
The program overview slide is showing.
Okay. Okay. So I'll see if I can get it to advance.
Okay.
Are you seeing program?
So while Bethany is working on getting the slides to advance, a little bit of background information for you. We did launch Lead Care Cook County at the beginning of the summer in 5 pilot communities. And so we've been working in these 5 pilot communities to get the program up and running, kind of figure out all the logistics and the best way to market childcare communities. And then as of this week, we have opened the program up to all providers in suburban Cook County. So now if any home group or center-based childcare goes to our website, they are able to apply to the program. And so this next slide, what it's showing you is program eligibility. So again, this is any licensed childcare provider or facility in Cook County is able to apply to the program. So that's just kind of a basic overview right there for you of program eligibility. We can go to the next slide. All right, so with this next section, we really do find it to be most beneficial when communities help partner and collaborate with us on the Lead Care Cook County program. And so there are several ways that you all can work with us to really help make this program a success and help get the lead out at more childcare facilities in suburban Cook County. And this slide is showing you just kind of a list of different ways that you can work with us to help get the lead out at these facilities in your community. And so one of the ways that communities have already been working with us is by actually spreading the word in their community about the Lead Care Cook County program. And so what we've developed for any suburban Cook County community is we actually have a social media share kit. So in that share kit, we have sample posts that you can put on your Facebook page, if you have Instagram, LinkedIn, however you are social, we have posts and images to go with that you can actually use to spread the word about the program in your community. As needed, we are also more than happy to develop newsletter, articles, blurbs that you can put in your community communications to spread the word. And then we're also open to participating in any press events that you may have in your community, events where you think we might be able to get the word out to the childcare community. So we're very open to that. And again, just that partnership and your help in spreading the word will allow us to reach more childcare providers in your community. There are a few other ways that we are looking for your help, and I want to talk about them in a little bit more detail. Part of this is inventory and survey information. So if we can go to the next slides, we can dig into that just a little bit here. All right, this next slide is actually touching on the share kit a little bit for you in depth. This is just showing you some of the graphics that we've included in that share kit for you, and we will be sending you a link in the upcoming days to that share kit so you can help spread the word in your community about the program. So that's just a sample of some of the share kit resources for you. We also have a sample letter, and some of the communities we've already worked in, their mayors have sent out letters to childcare providers in their community to help build some of that trust with the program and get them to take that next step for getting their lead or galvanized service line replaced. So that's just a little sample of the share kit that we have. We can go to the next slide. All right, so another really important way that you can help us with the program is if you do have information on the material of water service lines in your community, being able to have access to that information for licensed childcares in your community is an incredible help to us. The communities we've worked in, what we've done so far is we send them a list of all the licensed childcares in their community. And then the community, if they have that material information, they fill it in on the spreadsheet for us. And then they send that back to us. And what that helps us do is we're not actually then marketing to childcare who we know don't have a lead or galvanized service line. It helps us really better tailor our communications to the right childcare audience. The other thing that it really helps us do is if, we go to a child care facility and, you know, the visual inspection doesn't show that it's lead. Sometimes we have to do hydrovacing surfaces to figure out what the material of the water service line is. So it helps reduce the step of having to do visual inspections, and in some situations hydrovacing if we're unable to figure out that material. So any help you can provide on this front is much appreciated, because it helps us have more money to complete more lead service lines, because it really does reduce that staff time that's needed to inventory the lines. So again, if this is something that you do have information on, we're sending out a survey after our webinar today to collect some of this information. We'll have a question on the survey about this. You can also get in touch with Bethany directly to let us know if you're able to share some of this information. And again, what we would do is send you a list of licensed childcares in your community to then get that water service line material information. So again, this is one way that you can help us in addition to the social media share kit. We can go to the next slide. All right. So another way that we would love your help and support is we have created a survey. So in each of the communities we've already worked in, we have had one-on-one meetings with each community to ask about permits and processes for lead service line replacement in that community. And these meetings have really helped us, you know, definitely understand all the permits that are required for water service line replacement, you know, how long the lead time is to get a municipal inspection, if new meters are required when a water service line is being replaced. And as we expand to all of suburban Cook County, we do want to make sure that we're still getting this information, but having all of those one-on-one meetings isn't necessarily the best and most efficient way to gather this information. So we really do encourage you to complete this survey by next Friday, October 13th, to help provide us with responses to these questions. We're always open for one-on-one meetings, but this is a really just helpful way for us to be, you know, good stewards in your community and to make sure we're doing lead service line replacement in line with your expectations. So if you can fill this survey out for us, it will be very helpful for everyone. All right, and we can go to the next slide. All right, and so, you know, as we mentioned, we have already started replacing water service lines that are made of lead and galvanized material at child care provider locations in Cook County. And the providers are very happy so far. We're really excited to share this testimonial with you. This is from one of our providers named Emma, who's one of our first replacements. And, you know, she's just sharing the value of this program and having it be available for childcare. She's saying, you know, I know this water is safer now for the kids and my family. I'm so grateful that this program is here. I'm so thankful that it's all free. And all I can say is thank you. So this is definitely something that we're really hoping continues to benefit more providers and your community, and helps make lead service line replacement a little bit easier in your community as well. We'll go to the next slide. All right, and with that, Curtis, I wanted to pass it back to you to see if there's anything else you might want to mention about some of the other opportunities that Cook County has around lead service line replacement and infrastructure in general. Oh, and Curtis, you're on mute. Apparently we're having a technical challenge today.
Thank you, Caroline. And thank you to the whole Elevate team. You have been great through this process, and Elevate was selected as the subrecipient to help implement this program. So if you are interested in having daycare providers participate, Elevate will be with you every step of the way in getting people enrolled and involved. So I just want to share that. Just giving a quick teaser to something you may be hearing about from my colleagues over at the Bureau of Asset Management, but Cook County is rolling out a new program called Build Up Cook, which is designed to help municipalities build their capacity to implement capital improvement projects. My colleague Drew Williams Clark may have reached out to you, and I would be happy to make any connections if you're interested in learning what resources and opportunities might be available through Build Up Cook. Also, as part of this program, we will be rolling out a technical assistance program called TAP, and we have everyone's contact information from this webinar, but we'll be on the lookout for more details regarding the TAP program in the forthcoming weeks. So I will hand it back to Bethany.
Great. Thank you so much, Curtis. And I guess at this point, we just wanted to open up the floor to see if anyone has questions about the Lead Care Cook County program or some of the opportunities that Curtis just mentioned. We are happy to have one-on-one conversations or answer any questions that you have offline, but we definitely have time now to answer any questions that you have about the program. All right. Well, feel free to type any questions then that you might have, but I will go ahead and kind of set us up to get wrapped up. We can actually move to the next slide. I believe we have all of our contact information there. I just want to make sure you know how to keep in touch with us. But if you do have inventory information that you're able to share with us to really help with that ease of lead service line replacement and identification in your community, we'd love for you to get in touch with Bethany Olson, who you met at the beginning, and her contact information is right there. So that's one follow-up action that we greatly appreciate your help on. The next thing is we have that survey for you. And we will be sending out a link to that in the chat and in a follow-up email after this webinar. And again, that survey just goes over the processes for permits and lead service line replacement in your community, just to make sure we're doing everything in accordance with your local requirements. And then the third ask that we have is that you spread the word about Lead Care Cook County, because we all want to do what we can to get child care providers on board and, help them get the lead out of their facility. And so to assist you with that, we've created the social media share kit with some of those posts that you saw a little bit earlier. So we will definitely get you access to that. We also have a sample letter that you can send out to child cares in your community. And again, we're more than happy to give you lists of the licensed child cares in your community so that you can help with that marketing. And then again, if you have any ideas for us as to how we can spread the word in your community, please do get in touch with Bethany. We are definitely open to other opportunities and ideas that you have for that. So with that, I'll just pause and see if there are any last questions before we wrap it up.
Yeah, Caroline, just to get it started here, or if communities have where can people go to sign up? Can we share that URL?
Absolutely, yeah. That is a very good question. So the website where providers can enroll and where you can learn more about the program, it's simply leadcarecookcounty.org. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that placed in the chat here for everyone. And I may need Bethany or Diana on the phone to go ahead and stick that in the chat for us, but it's leadcarecookcounty.org. And when you go to our website, there's an Enroll Today button, and that's where child care providers can enroll in the program. In addition to directing child cares to the online enrollment form, we are also, over the next year or two, doing marketing waves to communities in Cook County. And with those marketing waves, we will be sending out an informational letter info sheet about the program in paper enrollment form. What we found is that child care providers have a mix of preferences between online and paper enrollment forms. So we want to be sure to give them both opportunities for enrollment as well. We also, I should mention, have a call center. So if a child care provider wants to learn more about the program, they can give our call center a call. We're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And the phone number for our call center is 773-389-5657. And so we'll get that included in the chat for you as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Going once, going twice. Any more questions? All right, well, we greatly appreciate everyone being here today. I know this is a busy time of year, and for many of you, this is your downtime and your lunch break. So thank you so much for joining us and learning about this opportunity. Again, please be in touch with any questions that you have. And as Curtis mentioned, we have the website where you can learn more, and we'll be sending a follow-up email with all this information as well. So thank you so much for being here with us today. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.